Hi, I'm doing Paul McWhorter's Arduino R4 Wi-Fi lessons, and this video is for lesson number 62 and lesson number 64. Now, lesson number 62 was really a first look at the Wi-Fi, and what Paul did was he looked at the examples down here, and he decided to use the simple web server Wi-Fi, which I think he regretted because he doesn't like HTML, and he definitely doesn't like HTML created by an Arduino program. So apart from that, everything went swimmingly well. So what he wanted us to do was to take that program and extend it a bit so that you were turning on and off more than one LED, hence my traffic lighty thing. So I will demonstrate that in a while. Now, I'm being lazy. I'm using a traffic light because you don't need resistors, and you can plug into ground and then pins 13, 12 and 11. But it means that because the red LED is connected to 13, that when you load the program, it does it all. It's flashing on and off saying hello, I'm loading, blah 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 blah. But we won't worry about that, so I will just explain. I haven't changed much at all. That bit I've added because I want 3 LEDs, and that bit I've added because I want 3 LEDs, and down here I've just put more of these horrendous HTML statements in. So I've got 6 buttons, and then as opposed to it being get /h or /l, now it's red high, red low, yellow high, red, yellow low, etc. So we will just see what happens. Compiling, compiling. You see what I mean about the red? That isn't the actual program. It only does it when it's loading. I will reset it because we've got the whole line now. Right, it says open a browser on that web page, which is there already. I'll refresh it just in case. Nothing's really happening. Right, click here to turn the red LED on. Hello, off, yellow, green, yellow off, green off, red on. Well, that's all it does really. Whoops, I turned it on again. Right, that's off. Right, so that is all that Paul wanted to do, or us to do. But there is a nicer program that I found. I will get rid of that one. Now this was in examples as well, examples down here, and it was Wi-Fi UDP send receive string. Now I thought that would be much better, so I will just show you the program. This isn't my program, I've just amended it. I've added those because it wasn't doing anything with LEDs before. I've added those lines, and you can look at this. I mean, I'm not going to explain it because it isn't my program. And then you come in, and after you've connected, after you've done everything, in the loop it says hello, has anyone sent me anything? And if it does, it stores it in packet buffer, and then that is the end of their thing, and then that is my bit. And then after they have it, they send it back and say hello, you sent it to me. But the bit that I put in was this. And the program that I'm using to send data is Paul's version of Pico W lesson number, probably about 112 or something. And I will show it to you. 115, when he was using sine wave to get RGB values to display on an RGB LED. Speaking of which, I need the RGB LED, and I'm plugging into the same one, so I don't need a resistor. So there it is. Right. So I will load the program. Oh, I haven't gone through my code. Right. Paul's program sends red value, comma, green value, comma, blue value as a string, and I had to try and divide it up and convert it into an integer. Now my C skills are pretty awful, so I just managed to do it. So this is why I got a count. If it's the first one, it's red. If it isn't the first one, it's green, and then if it's the last bit, it's blue. So awful. So I will upload it. And again, it's coming on red, flashy horribleness. Or I'll put that on there, otherwise it will be too bright. Get on. Right. And I will turn off the light. And so I've got this program here connecting to 192.168.120. And there we are. If you've been doing Paul's lessons, you'll recognise that. And it's creating the colours. So, and it's over there. That's the colour where the colour is. So if you turn down green, it's that colour. If you turn red down completely, it would just be blue. And down here it is showing that is 0 for red, 0 for green, and blue is changing the whole time there. And really that's all it does. It was just to show that you can send data from your PC running Python and send it to the Arduino. So we'll get rid of all that rubbish, get rid of the camera, and turn on the light, and I'll unplug that because it's annoying. Right, so that was lesson 62. This is lesson number 64, which was inputting grades, sorting grades, and then getting the average grade, the minimum grade, the maximum grade, and printing out a message to say what grade you have. You know, so if it's 60%, it's grade D, etc. So the while true loop, just saying how many grades, then I'm calling the thing to input them, etc. And the only thing that's interesting in this bit is I've got a dictionary of the grades. So grade D is anything from 60 to up to 70, but not including 70. And then grade C is in the 70s, grade B is in the 80s, and then you've got grade A. If you get in the 90s, it's excellent, but if you get 100, it's perfect. So how I do that is, I'll just Let's make that a little bigger if I can. Yeah. How I do that is I divide the mark grade, what we call it mark in UK, we divide the grade by 10 and then take the integer value. Therefore, if you got 75, it will come out as 7, which is right, you get grade C, etc. And on this get on the dictionary, if it doesn't find the key, it says you failed. So if it was 50 something, i.e. the key would be 5, it isn't there, so it says you failed, which is all very sad. Now, when I'm inputting the grades, I'm sorting them as I put them in. So the first grade, it fails that, so I append it, and then when I come in with the next grade, it says, are you higher? If you're higher, you insert the grade, and if you lower, you append the grade. And apart from that, when getting the highest grade, there's no need to do anything, because if you've sorted them, the highest grade is in the first position of the array, and the lowest grade is in the last position of the array, and that's about it. How many grades? 5. Right, we'll go 100, 12, 54, 77 and 99. There, they're all nicely sorted. Average grade is, I have no idea, 100, 200-ish, 200, 300, 400. That looks about right. And 68.4 is in the 60s, therefore it's grade D. Best grade 100, worst grade 12. Try again. How many grades? 100, 100, and it says you've got 100%. Grade A, perfect. Or if you went 3 grades, 100, 99, 98. There. Still grade A, but it's excellent. So that's my program really.